become a man, he reflects the things he sees and what he wants to be. Oh, city life, living that city life. City life, living that city life. Be a star with broken dreams. Oh, city life, living that city life. City life, living that city life. Making it in the city, doing the best you can. Oh, city life, living that city life.
Can you bounce? Then bounce on this.
Tommy G. My friends and family said that this could never be, 'cause we're so different, you'll end up leaving me. But baby, don't you know that living in the past, a love like ours, we know it's gonna last. Smooth as chocolate. You're warm as the sun. Yeah. I got
yeah. Tommy G. My friends and family said that this could never be, 'cause we're so different, you'll end up leaving me, yeah. But baby, don't you know that living in the past, a love like ours, we know it's gonna last. Smooth as chocolate.
It hurt, we had to go our separate ways. Like Humpty Dumpty, left me grumpy. Loved ones left out and it left me lonely. But it was all in the plan, it just grew me up. Telling the plans to myself like it's two of us. I learned to stand by myself when it's feeling sus. And that feeling inside is the one to trust. Can't nobody tell me what I can't do, 'cause the night's still young and I ain't through. This the type of tune you blast through the sunroof. Gonna play this one back if you need proof. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. What you do? Took a leap of faith and landed on my feet. And what he do? Ordered my steps like I was keeping the beat. Say it ain't true. Weird energy, gotta keep it discreet. No kin to me, but always relay team. But I choose my battles well, no debating. Ran it up by myself like a relay team. Stayed 10 toes down even when I was down. Now I'm up, now I'm about to go 10 more rounds. Ain't nobody tell me what I can't do, cause the night's still young and I ain't through. It's the type of tune you blast through the sunroof. Gonna play this one back if you need proof. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back.
Dance, I wanna see you dance. Just get up and dance. Move around, let me see you just dance now. Jump up, baby now. Get down. Let me see you move around. Just move around.
Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back.
Dance now, move around, let me see you just dance now. Da da da, ra da, dance now.
What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? This is Marquise from the Keyse Review. How's everybody? We've been gone for a little bit, right? Hope you guys all doing good today. Excuse my fan noise if you guys hear the fan. It is hot out here, man. How are you guys doing today? We took a week off. I had a lot of things going on last week. A lot of good stuff, you know. Basically, I got my day job called me back. I had some other good news and other businesses I'm working with right now, and then of course I got the Keyse Review, so I had to take last week off, finish those things up, and you know, it's all to the good. But hey, we still got the Keyse Review live streams on Sundays. I made sure of that. So we are very, very good. Let me turn this volume down a little bit in my headphones. How you guys doing out there? I hope you guys staying cool right now. I know there's some fires out there by Antelope Valley. Hope everybody's staying safe up out there. All the good stuff. I would like to actually, before we start everything, send a huge thank you to my new moderator, actually, Kevin Rodriguez. He's been out there promoting channels and promoting the Keyse Review. So Kevin Rodriguez, I really appreciate it. If you guys see him in the chat, go ahead, give him a what's up or something like that. And yeah, Kevin is a great addition to the Keyse Review. Give me a little bit of help so I don't have to do every single thing, at least, a few percent off my back, because setting this stuff up, especially my production value on here, it's a lot of work, so trying to assemble videos and stuff like that. So it's nice to have just a little bit of help, like somebody handing you a tool or something like that, so thank you, Kevin, and many more to come, many more episodes, and we're gonna keep on rocking this thing on our mission to 100 subscribers. I think we're about 53 right now, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you to the 53 subscribers that supported me on the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you see down at the bottom of the screen, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button right there, and then there's also little bell notifications that will alert you every time I go live or whenever I upload a video, all that good stuff. If you want to support me in a different way, I have the Patreon, so you can go to my Patreon, links down in the description down at the bottom, and we have a couple of subscriptions which will give you a couple of extras. Last week I had to release news bites early, a day early for the Patreon users. I still got to mix the next random thoughts. I haven't had time to do that since I've been so busy this week and moving my toolboxes from work and stuff like that. So I haven't had a chance to mix it, but I'll probably mix it after this episode right here or later on tonight, and then hopefully get it to you guys by tomorrow. And for the Patreon subscribers, that probably will get to you guys probably 4 days early for the random thoughts. So I really want to give the Patreon members, if you're paying your money to support me, you guys gonna get some extras, and I got a lot of stuff planned just for Patreon stuff in the future, so watch out for that, guys. So anyway, let's start getting into all the topics today. So we don't have a lot of topics, but it's a lot of information from the topics. So we're gonna try not to be too long, but we've been growing on the news and stuff like that, so it's been amazing to provide you guys with this information. I have for the topics today, so we got Microsoft and 343 Industries has delayed Halo Infinite. That's some big news right there. I have Microsoft versus Apple. They're battling over Game Pass in the App Store. We have Epic Games versus Apple and Google over microtransactions, or whether it should be in the stores or directly in-app. We also got rumors of the PlayStation 5. Somebody was spreading that it cannot do native 4K, which is kind of confusing considering all the praise that we've been hearing from developers. We also have an overview of the Samsung Unpacked event that I was supposed to do last week, but ended up not doing live, so we're going to cover it today. And then we got the Surface Duo release. So we have that that we'll be going over, and why I like the stuff and why I kind of dislike some stuff on some of that. Cool stuff, guys. So if you're joining, get ready for a good time. Also, I like to point down to the ticker right below. If you guys know, I've been loving that ticker so far, and a lot of times the ticker might have stuff that I don't even talk about, so you can glance down at the ticker. It might have some news that I might talk into a future episode, or something that was just quick and I just threw it on there. So check out the ticker too. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to our first subject. Microsoft and 343 Industries delaying Halo. As we know, Halo didn't have the best showcase with the Microsoft Series X coming out this week. And if you think about it, we've been hearing about how powerful the Series X has been and everything like that. It's the most powerful console and everything. Halo Infinite. Halo is Microsoft's Mario, basically. You know what I'm saying? So basically they're Mario. So if you pay attention to that, you know that this is a huge game, and they're touting this game was supposed to be released at launch. But because of the showcase, they delayed it, basically. So I'll go ahead and switch the slides right here, and we'll go ahead and read it together. And actually, maybe till I put it full. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull it full screen so you guys can read it a little bit better. So what they say, 343 Industries, which is Chris Lee, who's the studio head. He has said, today I want to share an important Halo Infinite development update with the community. We have made the difficult decision to shift our release to 2021 to ensure the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo game experience that meets our vision. The decision to shift our release is the result of multiple factors that can have contributed to the development challenges, including the ongoing COVID-related impact affecting us all this year. I want to acknowledge the hard work from our team at 343 Industries, who have remained committed to making a great game and finding a solution to develop game challenges. However, it is not sustainable for the well-being of our team or the overall success of the game to ship it today, this holiday. We know this is disappointing to many of you, and we all share in that sentiment. The passion and support the community has shown over the years has been incredible and inspiring. We wanted nothing more than to play our game with the community this holiday. The extra time will let us finish critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game ever at the quality we know our fans expect. Thank you for your support and understanding. Chris Lee, the studio head, Halo Infinite. So that is crazy, because you guys know I live streamed it. At first thought I was like, it looks pretty good, but then second look, it's like something's missing out the game. Like you started noting a lot of stuff, everything like that. But it's like you start looking at the game, and it's like it should have looked better, and then come to find out it didn't have ray tracing in it, which is like a big feature that they touted, So when you have that big feature that you're doing and stuff like that, and you got this game that's supposed to be your AAA game, and you're releasing it at launch, you know what I'm saying? You are supposed to deliver, and it seems like they was trying to rush this game out the gate. And that's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? Especially this is the game that's supposed to, propel the Xbox Series X. This is supposed to be the game that propel the Game Pass and everything like that. It was unfinished. You can tell with the gameplay, a lot of the textures. I mean, it had pop-in, and these are all the things that's supposed to be, considered with a powerful system that's not supposed to have any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy that, they had to pull back the game. That really leaves Xbox or Microsoft, with no AAA games for launch this November. It's crazy because it's like they said that this game had the biggest budget out of any game that's ever been created in video game history. The biggest budget ever. This game has also been in development for 5 years. So it's kind of like 5 years. And the game didn't look finished at all. You know what I'm saying? It really didn't look finished. Like the cutscenes was great, like in the beginning with the guy, I personally thought. But then after that, when you start playing the game, you can see the textures. You see the gun look like it was just like the lightning. Or even the look of it didn't look that great. Master Chief's hands looked pretty good, I thought. You can see in the distance some pop in on the game. And you saw the lightning not really reflecting properly when it was down like a corridor. There was a ship over it, like it was like light and it's supposed to be like dark, things like that. It's like it was just not that great at all, man. It's just not that great. And let me see, I have somebody texting me, when you going live? Oh, when am I going live? I'm going live now as we speak. Sorry guys, I like to make sure we pay attention to everybody, even the people that's texting me. So yeah, so it's like, dude, it's just crazy, man. It really is crazy. But it's kind of hard because we've been hearing from a lot of fanboys, like, oh, the game's gonna be killing and this is gonna be the end all and this and that, and the Game Pass, you only have to pay a few dollars and you get the game, but you're not gonna get it until maybe holiday of next year. Okay. It's really, really weird, man. It really is weird. Let me see. I'm getting some text. Is the live stream going on? Can anybody see me on the live stream? Let me see. Let me refresh my. This one just shows loading. Let me just make sure we are live streaming here because it says live on my thing. Yeah, so I see a picture, so we should be live streaming. So it's got to be live streaming if it's on there. Let me check my phone real quick. But let me just make sure. Yeah, because it shows my picture. Oh, there you go. Okay, hey, how you doing? Cool. I think we good now. There's something on there, and I'm about to say, like, I know we should be live streaming. Okay, cool. So just making sure we wasn't having a problem. If you guys ever see like a problem, something like that, don't be afraid to hit me up in the comments or whatever like that. You know, we always want to make sure that you guys are getting the proper information and stuff, you know. So cool. So we got that live stream going. Where was I at? Oh yeah. So yeah, this is supposed to be a huge game, right? So, you know, the biggest game, 5 years in development, biggest budget. You know, this delaying this game is going to affect the Xbox Series X pre-orders, period. This is going to affect them at launch. This is going to affect how much systems they sell at launch. A lot of people was waiting for this game, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that don't want to play it on PC. They don't want to play it on the Xbox One. They want to play it on the newest system. They want to play it on the Series X. And that game will not be there. That is, man, that is not cool. Like, that's not cool. And they even like with ray tracing, they say, oh, ray tracing is going to be in a future update of the game. Why would ray tracing, one of the biggest features that you've been touting, one of the biggest features because you have the more powerful GPU and it's supposed to be so much better than PlayStation, like, why is ray tracing not there day one? You know what I'm saying? Why is it not there day one? You know, so with all that said, this was the right decision for 343 Industries and Microsoft to do. Because if the game's not ready, it's way better to wait for this game to be ready, do whatever necessary adjustments you have to do, and make sure that this game's ready for prime time. I'm gonna turn my light up. I'm getting a little darkness. I gotta buy a little clamp where I'm gonna change this light. Let me maybe this one up a little bit too, just in case. There we go. So it's like, you know, you have to do what you have to do to make sure the game is a hit, because the last thing you want to do is release the game and it's not finished, you know what I'm saying, and it doesn't play good and it doesn't look good, you know, especially to play. Gameplay, I mean, you know, graphics kind of get you initially, but gameplay is king. So if you don't have the proper gameplay, you know, if it doesn't play good, it's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens with that. That's all I got to say on that. Any questions, anybody in the stream, go ahead. I'm reading your comments, so just make sure you hit me up there. But anyway, we'll go over to the next subject, which is going to be more Microsoft news, which is going to be Microsoft versus Apple. So let me go ahead and change to that slide right there. Oh yeah, there's a little Infinity graphic I forgot to put up, so see that little stuff. I forgot to go to the slide, but that's nice graphic. But you see, like, it doesn't look. I'm gonna blow this up. I'm gonna go ahead and blow this up for you guys real quick. It doesn't really, but it still do look good. But how will the graphics improve after this? You know what I'm saying? How much more better will it get after this, you know? And actually, this probably actually looks better than the video game, to be honest with you. My honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll definitely see, man. We're going to see what happens in the Microsoft world. Hopefully, they can get together, because it's, even though I'm not primarily a Xbox fan or Xbox gamer, like, I want to see them do good at least, you know, like competition's always good, you know, so if they come out with a killer game, I mean, that makes Sony step up the game, you know what I'm saying? That's the irony of all this. But anyway, let's go ahead to our next subject of the day, and this is Apple versus Microsoft. So basically what just happened this week, and me and my friend, you know, David McClain from A Day with Crime, for those of you who have been following me for a while, and I was on his podcast a couple of weeks ago, on the Jeff Epstein episode. we was talking back and forth about a couple of things, and I think the next couple of subjects is what we kind of like spend a lot of time talking about with each other, and that's how, Game Pass and the Fortnite issue with Epic Games, which we'll get to after this, how those has been rejected from the App Store, So if you're looking, if you've been following the news lately, you know that Microsoft has submit Game Pass because Game Pass is going to be on everything. And xCloud specifically is going to be for mobile gaming. So your smartphones, your tablets, everything like that. So Microsoft's been testing everything out. They had a couple of beta testers, submitted it to Apple for the final piece. Hey, we're pretty much ready to submit this new version of Game Pass. And Apple was like, nope, we are not going to have it. They pretty much canned the game, canned the app, and took it off. So I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and go to the next slide, and I'll bump this up on full screen for you guys. And this is what it says. So it says that what Apple has says that Apple isn't able to review the game that is available to Game Pass. The App Store was created to be a safe and trusted place for customers to discover and download apps, and a great business opportunity for all developers, an Apple spokesperson told Business Insider. Before they go onto our store, all apps are reviewed against the same set of guidelines that are intended to protect the customers and provide a fair and level playing field to developers. Our customers enjoy great apps and games from millions of developers, and gaming services can absolutely launch on the App Store as long as they follow the same set of guidelines applicable to all developers, including submitting games individually for review and appearing in charts and search. Apple also said in a statement to Business Insider. In addition to the App Store, developers can choose to reach all iPhones and iPad users over the web through Safari and other browsers on the App Store. That's what Apple had to say. So now, let's see what Microsoft had to say. This is Microsoft talking. Our testing period for Project xCloud preview app for iOS has expired. Unfortunately, we do not have a path to bring our vision of cloud gaming with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to gamers on iOS via the Apple App Store. Apple stands alone as the only general purpose platform to deny consumers from a cloud gaming and game subscription services like Xbox Game Pass. And it consistently treats gaming apps differently, applying more lenient rules to non-gaming apps, even when they include interactive content. All games available in the Xbox Game Pass catalog are rated for content by the independent industry ratings bodies such as ESRB and regional equivalents. We are committed to finding the path to bring cloud gaming with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to the iOS platform. We believe that the consumer should be at the heart of the gaming experience, and gamers tell us what they want to play, connect, and share anywhere, no matter where they are. We agree. How do you guys feel about that? Like, that's basically Microsoft there saying that, hey, you guys give preferential treatment to everybody except for games. You know what I'm saying? So why is there? I'll give you guys a perfect example, and let me see, people text, that's not important. Somebody trying to get me to vote. Well, we definitely going to vote this year, but anyway, Apple's in the wrong. Apple's completely in the wrong. And just like what they had said, Microsoft has said that, I'll go back to that part where they said that they continue to give preferential treatment or more lenient rules to non-gaming apps, even when they include interactive content. Let me give you a couple of examples. How many of you guys watch Netflix on your iOS device? How many of you guys watch YouTube on your iOS device? How many of you guys watch Hulu on your iOS device? Apple's not checking everything on there, guys. They're not. So why block Microsoft from releasing Game Pass? And like Microsoft said, all of our stuff is reviewed. You know what I'm saying? All of our stuff got policies and everything like that. They got a ratings board. They give ratings. It's like every game goes, every at least major platform has to go through a ratings review. So it's like, why is Apple, for some reason, and I'll come up to a point right now, But why is Apple blocking Microsoft from releasing Game Pass and xCloud onto the iOS device? It makes no sense, because if you're gonna do it, for one, if you're gonna block Game Pass, then guess what? You're gonna have to block YouTube. You're gonna have to block Hulu. You're gonna have to block Vudu. You're gonna have to block Netflix, ESPN Plus. You're gonna have to block all those apps. You know what I'm saying? You have to block all those apps, man. Like, you can't just tell Microsoft we cannot have, Game Pass Ultimate and xCloud on the iOS, the Apple Store, and let Netflix run free with whatever content they want to put on. Like, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? That is not fair at all. And Apple should be slapped for this. And if you guys are an Apple customer, I would highly suggest you guys go and email the company and say, this is stupid. Especially if you guys are a gamer, go ahead and go to Apple, email them, say, hey, we want Game Pass on the Apple Store. We're paying you guys money. You know what I'm saying? I can see if there was something that was detrimental to Apple and stuff like that. How is Game Pass detrimental to Apple? And you guys know a couple of weeks ago that I said I'm not a Game Pass guy. Like, I'm not going to, if I had an Xbox, I wouldn't get Game Pass. But that doesn't mean somebody else can't see value in that. That doesn't mean somebody else, like my boy David McClain, can't use Game Pass and would like to enjoy Game Pass. Apple sometimes has this monopoly mentality where it's like it's our way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? Apple has to remember sometimes with certain things, you have to think what is going to be best for our consumer. Microsoft is not going to be just releasing no junk on the App Store. If the game's crappy, that's a different story. But as far as ratings and stuff like that, the polish of it, the reliability, Microsoft's not going to be relating no crap, because Microsoft's got a name to hold. You know what I'm saying? So why on this earth does Apple's like, oh, you can't have Game Pass? You know what I'm saying? We can't have Game Pass on the App Store. I'll tell you one reason. You guys know, and I put this, I didn't put these on these notes, but I put these on some future notes that I'm working on. But I'll tell you guys now, Apple's working on a subscription plan. I believe it's going to be called Apple One, where they're going to have Apple Arcade onto the App Store. So, my question to Apple, are you guys blocking Game Pass because you guys want to make your Apple Arcade the only business in town to play games? I'm going to be realistic with you guys. If it comes to Apple Arcade and Microsoft Game Pass, I'm choosing Microsoft Game Pass. They're a gaming company. They're number 2 in the world right now, as far as the top gaming company in the world. I am not going to choose Apple over Microsoft in that regard. And honestly, guys, I'm going to be, I don't want to tell people what to buy and stuff like that, but if you guys want Game Pass, buy an Android. If you want xCloud, buy an Android. Because Apple's going to be for some funny business, man. You know what I'm saying? They really are. I'm giving that my little sound box I haven't used, right? Give it a little sound box. But, dude, buy an Android, guys. Like, it makes no sense for Apple to not allow Game Pass into the App Store, because you can't review every little single detail of every little single game that's inside the app. The app is a store in itself almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, release it. You know what I'm saying? Release it. So, anywho, we're going to move on to the next drama topic. I told you guys going to be some drama today. This is probably more drama than it is tech, but, all related with the tech industry. We have Epic Games. For those of you guys that might know Epic Games, especially if you're a gamer, they make the Unreal Engine, so that beautiful graphics engine that they showcased off a couple of months ago on the PlayStation 5, and oh my god, that was great. So Epic Games has been kind of they kind of been dissed from the app place, right? From Google and Apple. Epic Games go ahead and files a lawsuit against both Google and Apple over microtransactions. So basically what happened is Epic Games, again, who makes the Unreal Engine, they also make games like Gears of War. They make games like Unreal Tournament, to name a couple of them. Fortnite's a huge one, right? Everybody plays Fortnite, so those 3 games, very, very, very popular games, right? So Epic Games decides to go and do a purchase in-app. Now, I guess according to Google and Apple's policies for the app stores, you cannot charge in-app without going through the App Store or going through Google Play Store. And this is alone is just like crazy in itself, because it's like, this is a little different from the Microsoft situation with Apple. So Tim Sweeney, who's the CEO and founder of Epic Games, had this to say, and I'll go ahead and pull the screen up for you guys. So he says, at the most basic level, we're fighting for freedom of the people who bought smartphones to install apps from sources of their choosing. The freedom for creators of apps to distribute them as they choose, and the freedom to both groups of business to do business directly. The primary opposing argument is smartphone makers can do whatever they want. This is an awful notion. We have the rights, and we need to fight to defend our rights against whoever would deny them, even if that means fighting a beloved company like Apple. Another argument against the supported free Fortnite is this is just a $1 billion company fighting a $1 trillion company about money. But this fight isn't over Epic wanting a special deal. It's about the basic freedoms of all consumers and developers. Finally, there is nothing wrong with fighting about money. You work hard to earn this stuff. When you spend it, it's the way it's divided determines whether your money funds the creation of the game or is taken by the middlemen who use their power to separate gamers from game creators. And in a side note I have right here, Epic Games is not seeking compensation, but they are seeking an injunctive relief that would deliver an open, competitive Android ecosystem for all users and industry participants. Drama, guys. Drama. This one I'm a little bit more mixed about, because if Epic Games signed a contract, and I don't know, I haven't read the policies or anything like that, but if Epic Games has signed a contract with Google and Apple stating that microtransactions has to go through the App Store and the Google Play Store, maybe Google maybe Epic Games should have called them and worked that deal out. I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying, but it's kind of like, at the end of the day, if you think about it, if I remember correctly, both Apple and Google takes about 30%. You know what I'm saying? And of course you got to pay to publish your game, get it on utilities, all that stuff. So, these developers has to pay for all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything has to be paid for. So, on Epic Games' defense, to defend them, they're the ones that's making the content. So, if they decide to make a downloadable character, which I think this is all about, like a downloadable character, honestly, that's their IP. They're already paying you for the other stuff. They already paid you to use that, to be in the App Store. They already paid you to be in the Google Play Store. You know what I'm saying? So, if Epic Games is the one that's spending time and resources on it, and then you take 30%, 30% is a big chunk off of 100. That's about a third almost. Like a squint under a third. That's a lot of money, man. Like, and you're talking about somebody as big as Epic Games, like Tim Sweeney said, $1 billion company. You know what I'm saying? And to take 30% off all sales. So say if the sales going to let's just say $1 million. That's $350,000 that Google and Apple will be taking off the top before Epic Games get that money, basically. Whose side am I more on? I would have to say a little bit more Epic side if the contract didn't state that they have to deal with the microtransaction stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know, it's rough all around, and like it seems like these games apps, because games, guys. I would have to say games is probably the number one medium that we have, the number one in the world now. You know what I'm saying? At least most of us, at least the first world countries, you know, and second world countries. Like, games is I mean, hell, you can play a board game. Like, that's a game. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a video game. It could be a board game. That's a game. It's the best way to enjoy and pass time. You know what I'm saying? The best way to kind of like tighten up on your skills. You know, so it's kind of heartbreaking to, you know, if you're a developer and you know, spend hard-earned money and resources and, you know, utilities and everything like that, like, and then for somebody to just say, oh, you got to take 30, you know, off the top. Well, in that case, allow them to create their own store where they don't have to go through the App Store, where they don't have to go through the Google Play Store, you know, let them do that. You know what I'm saying? Let them sideload the app or something, you know? But then sideloading is illegal on these systems. So I think that the store, you know, these smartphone holders, you know, which is mainly Apple and Google, has to come to a place where you guys are making a better agreement with some of this stuff, you know, because I understand what Tim Sweeney is coming from. Take, okay, 5% instead of 30 for a downloadable content. You know what I'm saying? Do something like that. Because eventually, if you want your product to sell and people starting to buy games on it, you know what I'm saying, people's going to start looking for the best way to play those games. And if it's not on your platform, it's going to be something else, you know. Now, I've been hearing some rumors. I'm not saying they're true. I've just been hearing some rumors that there could be a new Vita. Now, is that likely? I don't think so, to be honest with you. I would love for a Vita to come out. I would love for another Vita to come out. You guys know I love my Vita. I haven't played it in a couple of weeks because I've been so freaking busy. I've, you know, only been getting sleep the past couple of weeks with all the various jobs I have now. And the heat, Jesus Christ, is hot, man. Let me drink some water real quick. Let me actually take off this hat. Drink some water real quick. But yeah, man. They you know, it's like hopefully they can come to an agreement and work some stuff out. Because at the end of the day, it's really about the customers, the consumers. You know what I'm saying? It's really about the consumer. And if you guys don't have the consumer in check, then, you know, what do you guys have? Because at the end of the day, without the consumer spending money, shareholders going to start looking at that. Don't spend the money in the company. Your evaluation is going to go down. You know what I'm saying? Your price is going to go down. Not going to have enough as much money. You know, so we'll see if they can get to the end of that. And that's it for that topic. So for some more drama, this is also to call this a drama episode. Honestly, there's a lot of drama going on to the game industry. So for those of you guys that might know that there has been a rumor about the PlayStation 5, that the PlayStation 5 cannot do 5 or 4K. So there's this guy that's named Dusk Golem. And I'll pull some of this right here. So I'll let you guys read that while I'm talking. I'll blow it up in a minute. Dusk Golem has said basically that PlayStation cannot do true 4K. They have to do checkerboarding. They have to do this. They have to do that. And the system's way underpowered. And the Xbox Series X is super powered. And all this nonsense, man. So let's go ahead and read this. So this is what Dusk Golem said. Excuse me. I'm going to hate myself later for responding to this, as I can feel the people attracted to this sort of topic are horrifically toxic, but a lot of people misinterpret what I said, which is particularly my fault. Of course, PlayStation 5, of course, Resident Evil 8 will run final launch. That was never in question by me. But people should get ready For the real reality, I believe they're supposed to say, not really. I think he spelled that wrong. But really real possibility that the PlayStation 5 is going to end up the much more expensive console between the two. I'm not trying to say that there's much here as I was asked not to, but prepare yourself. Which says put Xbox X in a position it will be less expensive and more powerful console. I use RE8 as an example, but I've heard, keyword on I've heard from other devs that the PS5 struggles with 4K games in particular. So you will see a lot of fake 4K. Fake 4K. We're in the fake news era, guys. A fake 4K. That doesn't matter to some, but get ready for that too. Xbox X doesn't have the same problem. So let that digest a little bit, guys. Let that digest a little bit. Basically, what he's saying is that the PlayStation 5 is so underpowered that, it's... I don't know where these people get on, So I got a couple people in the chat. Hello, how you guys doing in the chat? Thank you for joining the Keyse review. I really, really appreciate your support, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoying it so far. It's been a lot of drama this morning already with all these companies, these billion and millions and $1 trillion companies. So we're gonna keep on going on here. It says basically he's saying that the PlayStation 5 doesn't have anywhere close to the power of the Xbox Series X, which I kind of said some stuff last week. I'm gonna say it again and then elaborate on what I said, and then this does has a conclusion to this. So let's go ahead. We're going to go to the next slide. So there's this guy. His name is Matt Hargett. He is a farm. He's a farmer. He left the company, but he was an engineer who had his hand on dealing with the development of the PlayStation 5 console, guys. And the developer who has helped make the PlayStation 5 what it is. So let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and put this guy on big screen right here for you guys. So he said, if this is even true, what version of the dev kit, SDK, and Capcom engine code base is this referring to? What is the actual bottleneck? Is it memory bandwidth? Catch misses? Raster's operating procedure? Or that's not raster. I can't remember the OP, but ROP is raster's operations per second, I think it is. Raster's operations per second, input output, and what does fake 4K means? So, Dusk Golem goes on to say, unfortunately, I'm not educated enough to know the specifics. Through fake 4K, I mainly mean what people expect with games running 1440p, 1600p internally using techniques to be 4K. However, I'm just passing stuff along that I've heard along from people working on games for both platforms. Okay. So, he specifically says that this was about PlayStation 5, right? And then he goes on to say, oh, well, this is just Resident Evil 8. And then he goes again, and then actually, let me split the screen up real quick. He goes on to say that, hey, there's games from both people, from third parties that's saying that this is, not going to be the business. Like the PlayStation 5 is just unpowered. So, let me go ahead and put this on the big screen. Let me go over to the next slide. So then, Matt Hargett goes to say, I commend you for your honesty. Do you often repeat words and phrases you can't verify or don't actually understand? Is this something you do in real life as well as on social media? He kind of got him right there, guys. He kind of got him right there. So basically, Matt is saying, do you just go ahead and spread lies all over the place on the internet? Do you spread lies? Are you serious? So you guys have to remember, and let's even take Microsoft and Sony out the picture. Let's just go to the heart of these systems, which is the APU, the processing units, which is made by AMD. Guys, both systems has AMD processors, CPUs, and GPUs inside of them. the Xbox Series X has 15% more GPU cores. And make no mistakes, it's only really GPU cores. 15% more inside the Xbox Series X. Just because it has 15% more cores does not equate to 15% more performance, guys. Ask any PC guy, any PC gamer, anybody that does professional graphics. They can tell you, you can have 50% more hardware. That does not mean you're going to get 50% more productivity. It's not going to mean you're going to get 50% more power. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, you know, where do you get this from? And I heard other stuff like Rich Review and Spawn. They're pretty much saying this is news and stuff like that. So, and they already came back and said, or some of the people had already came back and said that Dusk Golem. I don't think I got that slide in here, but they said that Dusk Golem had went on Twitter to pretty much deny whatever he was saying. But this is actually what happened. So if you guys look right here onto this slide right here, you can see this was the little post. So this says close for review. I'm curious to see what state it will be once it reopens. Still, the fact that Dusk peddled that the rumors because Xbox was receiving too much negativity on the internet over the past week was just incredible to me. And another person says, wait, what's the purpose? Was the purposely ignored thread that but I can get a link, you know? And then they go on, and then did y'all see that Dusk Revolutions? You know, that's pretty effed up. Sorry for the word, guys. I didn't read that for some reason, but still can't believe the reason that Dusk that it was too one-sided. What the F is that kind of argument? This is literally unbelievable. What people will do for intention and viral representation. So, but Dusk Golem had came back and said that, and actually, let me see if I'm gonna go ahead and find that tweet and share it with you guys, because it is, I think, you know, it should be shared at this point. Let me see if I can pull up my Twitters here. Let me put this on my second screen, so and we'll go ahead and search along here with me. So this Golem. So let me see, cause and then here's True Gaffers. He this supposedly a guy with a few followers, but he had kind of broke this story. Let's go find Dusk Golem real quick. I should have had this up if I was thinking about it. See, where's Dusk Golem? Did he count? He might have canceled his account. Oh no, there we go. So here we go, right here. I won't read everything, but it says, this is going to be my least tweet on this topic. Then I'll tweet about what I usually do. Sorry, it won't really be responding to further disclose. You're free to say whatever you want to me. Just don't expect a response. So I guess he's taking the defense right here. So let me go ahead and blow this up for you guys too. And then let me do that. So, and then he goes up and then say some stuff, and then it's like he stepped back on what I said and changed narratives in their eyes. It's been interesting to see firsthand, and I can see why many public figures don't speak out, or certain people cut off communication because it's a situation you literally cannot win, and what people see. And then he said, this isn't but who they think you are. This has been particularly clear to me as what the narrative and framing of who I am and why I've said things. Everything isn't reflective of reflective of reality very clearly. Even think to anyone that knows me beyond the surface level. But I love talking. So I'm not going anywhere. The experience actually has helped me better understand a certain side of the internet firsthand. I'll think about it more when I spot ostracize efforts over things said. The internet loves drama, loves the drama spin on things, that's for certain. So that's basically what he said. I'm trying to figure, because there was a post, I've seen it, I should have copied it and posted it on my slides, but I don't think I can find it, because he did say that he had said this because everything was one-sided. Let me see, it might be even one of these things, but basically what he came back and said that he starts saying this stuff. He kind of, you know, expanded the truth basically. And let me go ahead and switch these slides right here. So he basically said that he kind of like, and one of the things that he kind of stretched the truth a little bit, you know, because from what I'm hearing is that they was talking about the development at the beginning of this year or last year. So of course the games is not gonna. Oh, I think I found it right here. Let me see. The thread that's obviously a little bit one side. I heard stuff from people have tried to contextualize the do smear the campaign. This might be it. I don't think 100%, but I'll blow this one up right here, guys, for you. He says the thread was obviously a bit one-sided. I've heard some stuff from devs I know relevant to the topic. I posted it in the topic. People has tried to recontextualize this like I was doing some smear campaign or something when I was just responding to a thread on something I knew. I've already explained the sign of comment. Let me see. I think he might have changed some stuff too. I'm not sure what this is. Let me see. I'm gonna go to the main screen because if this is, I try to keep most explicit stuff off of this channel. So let me just go here, like that load in right there. This is the pic where he said it. View. That doesn't really say nothing. The reason I shared initially is to one-sided account. Oh yeah, this is it. I think this is it right here. So let me blow this up right here. This is what I was trying to find earlier. So he said, I think the console warring, he spelled that wrong, it's supposed to be console wars, is really stupid. The reason I shared them initially is this: I felt things were two-sided despite knowing some accounts of what was about to happen. In some ways, I do regret speaking out, but also it's reiterated my own reasoning for certain things. And then he goes on to say some other stuff. So basically right there, he's saying that he thinks the war is stupid, and he start saying this because it was getting a little bit too one-sided. But you don't have to defend Microsoft. Microsoft has already said, hey, we got stuff to fix, basically. Like they know. Like you don't have to defend Microsoft on anything, Like why? Like why did you come out and say these things? And again, like other YouTube channels like Rich USA and like I think it was Spawn Media, I think it was, and stuff like that. They was trying to say like, oh well, this is real, that it struggled to play in 4K, stuff like this. Guys, again, going back, take away Sony, take away Microsoft. AMD's making this hardware or the chips. AMD is competing against Nvidia this fall versus Ampere and their RDNA 2. Why would AMD develop a chip that can't do 4K? Think about for a minute, guys. When you have the king of the graphics industry in NVIDIA right now, and you're AMD, and you're trying to bust like you did with Intel, trying to get ahead of the performance scale, why would you give Sony a chip, created with Mark Cerny, that doesn't have 4K, that you can't play 4K, native 4K in it? Makes no sense. Like, I don't understand some of these people reasonings, man. Like, how do you get to that, So, after that, Insomniac Games had posted this little image right here. So, it was like, oh, so since we can't do 4K, and we can't do this and can't do that, look at what Spider-Man looks like. Look at that, guys. I want you to take a second and look at that. This is shot directly from the PlayStation 5. Directly from the PlayStation 5, guys. Look how beautiful that was. This is from Entertainment Weekly, I guess. They had captured this image, or they got the image from Insomniac Games. But I want you guys to look down over here. So look over by the puddles right here. Look at the puddles. And for some reason, my little laser pointer is not working, or it's working on the screen but not coming on my slides for some reason. Let me see. I'll do a mouse cursor. So look right here, guys. Oh, there we go. It's working now. So look over here, guys. Look at that. Look at the reflection of Spider-Man right there. Look at that. Look at the blur effects right here with this car. Look at that, guys. Look at how the background is. Look at the steam. See the steam over here? Look at that. You guys see that? So that looks 4K to me if I've seen 4K. And if that's not 4K, hey, I have no problem with it, honestly. Like, that looks good, man. You know what I'm saying? That looks really, really good right there. So, whatever, rumors, and there was another developer. I'll probably do I might even do like a random thought episode on this a little bit more, and then I'll be done with the all this stuff. But I mean, the game looks beautiful. Like PlayStation 5 is going to be able to play with native 4K, guys, and if you're not doing native 4K, it's going to be close where you can't notice anything. You know, I've already went on the last live stream and said they're doing DLSS, you know, technology, so it can make everything look a lot better than even the resolution that it's on, basically. You know, like Sony's worked with AMD to do smart shift where it can deliver more power to the GPU and CPU depending on what needs more power at what time. Like, let me pull this back up. Tell me this ain't 4K, and I don't even have 4K monitors, guys. I can imagine what this looks like on a 4K screen. Let's see, we've got some comments. Jania Wyatt said that looks amazing. Yes, it does. Like, guys, and note, this is not a cutscene. This is not fake. This is actual rendered footage from the PlayStation 5. This is how the character going to look. This is Miles Morales really going to look inside the game when you start playing him. If that's not 4K, guys, I don't know what 4K is. At least that's close to it. It's got to be at least close. You know what I'm saying? That's got to at least be close to that, man. So, that's some some drama, guys. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my hat back on. I look cooler with my hat, I think. Tell me if you guys like me with the hat on or the hat off. Do you guys like me like that? Or with the hat off? I'll be trying to do some new styles. I think I'm going to wear a suit one day. You can't see it all, but maybe I'll wear a little suit one day. Just trying to do little fashion statements. I might need a little fashion designer to help me out on a couple things, you know, on the Keyse review. So, anyway, thanks for joining, guys. For you guys that's joining, thanks for commenting. And we're gonna go on to the next topic. So, basically, what the next thing is going to be Samsung. So, since I missed the live stream last week, I had to put a lot of notes, and I had to, you know, not put notes for certain things, which I'm gonna probably do later next week, maybe. For other things I did to, you know, try to keep this a reasonable podcast. But we do have Samsung that came out with their Unpacked event last week. So basically here are the how everything looks right here. So these are the devices. So I got all but one device right. So I said that we're going to have the Note, right? The Note 20. We're going to have the Note foldable, right? The Note Z, which this is the one. This is actually two names. So this is the Galaxy Flip Z Fold. So I thought this was going to be the Fold, but no, they're making it into basically one device. So you have that, earbuds, smartwatch, and the tablet. Cool, guys. So we have a little B-roll here. So we can go ahead and roll this B-roll while I'll go over stuff. So if you guys look at that, so here's all the notes. And honestly, I'm going to tell you I'm a little disappointed. If you guys look between the regular Note 20 and the Note Ultra, so they sold the Note 20, this is the Note Ultra right there they just sold. They look like two different phones. Look when they sold both of them again. I think they're going to come up in a minute. So they do have 3 colors each. And I do have a slider with all the specs, of course, but basically that's the Ultra right there. So sharper edges, stuff like that. Usually when I go get my pictures and stuff like that, it's usually you know, I can find the media sites on the websites and I'll pull my pictures from there. For the most part, my pictures, my videos, at least about 90% of them. But I don't like how they made the Ultra and the regular Note basically two different phones. You can see that in a minute. Oh yeah, they have the partnership with Game Pass. So look, if you want to play Game Pass, guys, get you an Android. You know what I'm saying? Get you an Android if you want to play Game Pass on it. But yeah, I mean, everything looks nice on it. The cameras look nice, stuff like that. Though some of the specs are kind of confusing. I'm not sure if they typed it in wrong on the website, but I'll explain some of the specs in a minute. But here's some of the stuff. I'll go ahead and blow this up for a minute for you guys. Drink some water. So you got decks right there, right on the decks. So you can play your phone on the screen, use your phone as a mouse after that, while it's on the screen. which I probably won't be doing that particular feature. If anything, maybe video. You know, I'd rather do, if I would do stuff like that, I'll be on my Surface. That's your wireless charging. I forgot what they call that. What's that feature? I got it here somewhere. Power share, wireless power share. So there's the whole family right there. That's the Note Ultra on the left and the regular Note 20 on the right. I'm kind of disappointed. Look how different it looks, guys. Look how different it looks. Another thing I hate is the big these big old ugly camera bumps right here. Like, using the Notes are pretty usually pretty standard. So if you look at my Note, you don't really have a camera bump. So let me go actually, let me blow my screen up a little bit so you guys can see. So if you can see right here, my Note, that's just really an outline, if anything, just to tell your fingers there. It might be slightly raised right there, right? With the case with these guys, you can kind of see that they're not they're like almost two different phones, and it really is almost like two different phones. So let's go ahead and look at some of the specs right here. So the Note 20 is on the left and the Note 20 Ultra's on the right. Let me see, we got a comment here. Oh, hat looks good, thank you very much. Maybe I'll wear some more hats. I gotta go buy me some new ones. These are getting old and stuff like that, and I still haven't found a good way to clean them. I messed up one trying to wash it. But let me see, what's so special about the Z Flip? I haven't heard of that phone. I'll get to the Z Flip. We don't have much information, so I didn't do a slide with any specs on it because Samsung hasn't released the specs. But I got a B-roll on it, so I'll explain some of that in a minute. But here are some of the specs, and let me go ahead and I'll blow the screen up for you guys. And I'll show you where I'm kind of like not too happy with these. So I want you guys to look over here. Look at the screens. So one's bigger screen, okay, it's an Ultra, I can understand that. But look at the technology and stuff on it. So the Notes, it's supposed to be kind of like one thing, like it's supposed to be, you know, separate from others. But these almost look, if you look at the pictures like between over here and then you look at the picture over here, these look like two separate phones, do it not? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. The Galaxy Note 20 has a flat screen. The Note 20 Ultra has a curved screen. It also has two different technologies on it. And I don't have these on the Notes, but even the materials of the phones are different. The resolution is a little bit different. Okay, they're a bigger phone, but how come the regular 20 isn't an AMOLED like the previous one was? You know what I'm saying? Not only that, you only have a 90 hertz refresh rate on the regular Galaxy Note, and then you have 120 on the Ultra. You know what I'm saying? And then the cameras, you have cameras is different. Like this one has a 108 megapixel right lens, and this one has a 12 megapixel. But then the telephoto lens, this one has 64 and 12. I'm not sure if they got that wrong. This is directly off the Samsung press site, by the way. Like I said, I go to press sites to get all the info. It uses Snapdragon 865 plus. Here's another thing I wasn't happy with, you know, because it's like you almost forcing somebody to the more expensive phone. And I forgot to put the price, but I'll tell you the price in a minute. But this has 128 gigabytes of storage fixed, and this the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra can do 128 or 512, and they have a micro SD slot. That's something that's dumb to me, because it's like, if you're gonna give me less storage on here, let me put the micro SD slot on here at least. You know, if I got 512 on here, I might not need that micro SD slot. You know, uses a nano SIM. The battery's a little bit less on the 20, which is understandable. Slightly bigger phone, whatever. They both have wireless fast charge too, wireless power share. So like you saw in the video, you can put like another phone, or you can put the watch on top of the phone and it'll charge it. So I probably won't do that much. You know, I like to have my phone life. Android 10. Both phones are 5G, 4x4, multiple in, multiple out, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi 6. So you get the latest Wi-Fi on there, USB 5.0, USB-C, NFC, so you can, you know, pay and tags right there. MST, which is like a magnetic strip that works like a regular credit card, and GPS. IP68 router rating, so it's got pretty good router rating. S Pen, it has 24 hours of standby battery life. 4,096 pressure levels, and it's also IP68 rated. The Galaxy Note 20 starts off at $1,000. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra starts off at $1,300. So I'm a little bit. It's like, why did you have the Galaxy Note 20? It's, to me, it's almost closer to the regular the Galaxy S20. You know what I'm saying? With the pen. Like, why did you even have this phone? They like handicapped this phone so much, it makes no sense to me why they did it. Like, okay, if you're gonna release a Note that's bigger, release a Note that's bigger. You know what I'm saying? I think they're trying to take the Apple approach to stuff. And as much as Samsung criticized Apple, you know, and y'all know I love me some Samsung. Y'all know I love me some Samsung. Got me a Samsung tablet right here. Got me a Samsung phone right here. So you guys know, you know, Galaxy Watch. I love me some Samsung. But here on the Keyse review, I have to keep it real, guys. I have to keep it 100% with you guys. They should have never came out with this Note 20 if they was going to do it like this, guys. That's just disappointing. Like, if you're going to make the phone, make it look the same. Like, you guys have that in the budget. Like, you can't tell me that you can fit, you know, you have to spend $300 more on getting all this stuff to fit in this phone. That's a bunch of boo-boo. This phone, which is about 6.7, which is the Galaxy Note 9, has a memory card in it, guys. I have a memory card in this phone. This phone is $1,000, just like the Galaxy Note 20. You cannot tell me that you can do this with this phone. You can't. This is an AMOLED. The Galaxy Note 20 doesn't have the AMOLED. You cannot tell me that you can do that for the Note 20 when you had it on the 9. There's been the 9 and the 10 since then. You cannot tell me you can do it. The refresh rate. How come you guys gonna do 120 hertz refresh rate on each phone? Like, why did you, like, it's almost like they're forcing you to just go with the Note 20. And like, even on the press site, I couldn't find like many pictures on the Note 20. You know, I have to go to the internet and find another picture just to even get this little picture right here. Just to get this right here. Like, I had to go to the internet and try to find that picture. Because on their own press site, they didn't have the Note 20. So if you're not going to push the Note 20, why have it? Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. You know, I have to ding Samsung for that one. You're the number one smartphone manufacturer in the world right now. You're number one. Nobody's better than Samsung. You know what I'm saying? So why did you even, like, why did you do this? What's all this? You know what I'm saying? Storage is fixed, huh? Because that just reduced my options right there. So it's like, you know, that kind of makes me think, what's my next cell phone? And I'm going to get a new cell phone, you know, within the next couple of months. So it's like, okay, if I'm go with the phone, I'm basically forced to get the Galaxy Note 20 because of some of the features. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you, my phone already, I have more than 128 gigabytes worth of storage altogether. So, I don't know. So, more expensive phone, more money. This is what they kind of force you with. This should have been called something else, guys. I don't know why they kind of took this method. Like, again, they're kind of like taking the Apple method with these phones, I think, and it's not going to work. I mean, you already got different lines like the S20, you got the A series, you got the S series, you know. So why did you take this why did you take this thing, you know? So I'm a little bit disappointing if you if you haven't noticed. I'm kind of a little bit disappointing with Samsung on that particular thing. Anyway, let's move on. We have the Galaxy Tab, and I have a little B-roll right there so you guys can see it. So the Galaxy Tab, so you have two of them. One will be a 12.4 inch screen. The other one will be an 11 inch screen. One would have 2560 by 1600 resolution screen with WQXGA LTPS TFT screen, and the Plus would have, which is a 12.4 inch, will have a 2800 by 1752 WQXGA Plus Super AMOLED 120 Hz screen. Another thing, like, why did they do the two different things? Like, I don't understand it. You know, both of them run Android 10. Both of them has the octa-core processor, 64-bit, 7 nanometer. Both of them you can get either 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM. Both of them you can get 128, 256, or 512 gigabytes of storage. They have the same camera megapixels, 13 megapixels, 5 megapixels, and 8 megapixels, so 3 cameras. Quad speakers and audio done by AKG. USB Type-C using Gen 1 technology. 5G, LTE, and Wi-Fi 6. The S7 will have an 8,000 milliamp battery life, and then the Galaxy Samsung Tab 7 S7 Plus will have a 10,090 milliamp battery life. You know, so that's all the things. I'll flip onto this so you guys can see the specs right there. Let me go ahead and I'll blow that up for you guys right now so you guys can see it a little bit bigger. Let me see, we got some new notes here. So while you guys reading the specs, I'll read the comments. Should have just had the Ultra and not care about the regular Note, because I would just off the top get the Ultra. Yeah, it's like, I agree with you. I would just get the Ultra in this case. Like, you know, you have to spend $300 more, but it's like you crippled a phone that didn't need to be crippled. Let me show my face real quick. I'm gonna show my face. We can go back to the slide in a minute. I'm gonna show my face so you guys can see my disgust. Just so you guys can see my disgust off this. Like, why did you guys do this? Samsung, why did you do this? Like, today has just been a whole day of fail. Like, this whole week I'm reading the news, I'm just like, I was like, oh my god, why did you guys do this? Like, release the phone that's the same, guys. The Note's supposed to be like, everything's supposed to be the same basically on the Note. Like, yeah, you have the bigger one, smaller one, whatever, but just release them the same. Like, it makes no sense. What's this? What about that little storage space for the pen on the tab? That's cool. Storage space for the pen. That wasn't storage space. That was, you're probably thinking about the battery life. I don't think I put it down. Let me see. Let me back up the slide. I didn't make a mistake, did I? Yeah, so the S Pen, so if you read right here on the S Pen, so I put, you have 24 hours of standby time, 4,096 pressure levels, and then IP68 rated. So IP68 rated is like water, you know, how far you can go with water, basically submerging and all that stuff before it starts messing up. So, yeah, that's that. But yeah, guys, I don't, you know, it's kind of weird that Samsung's kind of taking this approach, man, you know, and again, y'all guys know I'm a big, you know, Samsung guy, but I have to speak the truth here on this channel, man. Like, TKR, you know, the Keyse review, I have to speak the truth, even against the companies I love. I've been rationing Microsoft, you know, Samsung can get it today too. You know what I'm saying? Samsung can get it today too. Guys, come on, like, really? Like, you know, and we'll go into, we got the watch, so I'll show off the watch right now. But it's just like, I don't understand, like, you know, having the products and they're completely different when they're supposed to be the same line, you know? That's, I don't know, it's something new for me, I guess. This, like I said, again, this is typically the Apple approach. And David McClain, if you're watching this video, I'm not sure if you're watching or you'll probably watch it later, you're right about this. David McClain, my buddy David, and I keep mentioning his name because we talk a lot about tech. He's right on this. Everybody talks about Apple. Everybody talks about Apple. Oh, Apple's doing this. They're getting rid of the headphone port. They're doing this. They're doing that. But then in a couple years, you do the same thing. Like, it makes no sense. Like, don't go and talk about Apple and then reverse it and then do the same thing. Because that's being hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? That's being hypocritical. So, I don't want to hear Samsung or any Samsung enthusiast or fanboy ever talk about Apple again after this, because it's like you guys are basically doing the same thing they're doing. You even have the ugly camera bump. I don't want that camera bump. The main reason why I got the Note, it didn't have a camera bump. Or a very little camera bump where it doesn't matter. Now you got this huge ugly monstrosity that looks like a freaking Lego been put together. You know, it's like, and come on guys, you know. So anyway, rant. Water time. I'll start this B-roll for you guys for the meantime. Well, I'm almost out of water. I've been ranting a little bit today, guys. It's just been, you know, one of those weeks, man, where it's just like a lot of stuff happening. There's been a lot of rant, you know, a lot of like, from the companies, like, you know, what are you guys doing, you know? We got some more comments. Uh-oh, we got Tristan Williams into the room. What's up, Tristan Williams? How you doing? Preach, brother. Yeah, man. Tristan's an Apple user. Hey, I got some Samsung today, man. I got some Samsung tail. Like, it makes no sense, man. Let's see. We got a comment from Michelle. I think sometimes they get comfortable in the fact that they feel people will just buy it because it's new. Shaking my head. I think so too. And that's a very, very true statement. I think that's a very true statement, because some of these companies, and this is why I'm looking at Sony, what they're doing with the PlayStation, and like, you know, you're doing it the right way. Is this video, was that all for the video? Oh, yep, sure was, huh? That video wasn't long at all. Let me see. Was that it for the video? Was this like 20 seconds? I thought it was longer than that. Oh, whatever. We'll play it again. Actually, let's just start from the beginning in this piece. But I'll just play it on my thingy. I agree though. Some of these companies think that when they just buy stuff, like, and you're gonna, no matter what we release with, we're gonna buy it. But I'm telling you guys, and if you've been following my live streams, when I've been mentioning the company OnePlus, you guys know I've been talking a lot about OnePlus. They're coming. They are coming. Once they can get their foothold in the US, they are coming for Samsung and Apple. So Samsung and Apple better watch their backs right now. Because I think if out of any cell phone manufacturer in the world that can come up and take that number one spot away from Apple, the number 1 and 2 spot from Apple and Samsung, it's going to be OnePlus. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be OnePlus. So, anyway, let's go into some stuff that I actually like. The watch. Now, the watch, I think Samsung did really good. They got that rose. I forgot what color. I should have put the color names. But I like that color, so I wouldn't get this, but that would be nice for, like, I don't know, maybe some girls. Of course, I'll probably get the black. I wish they would do. I don't wish they do a blue one, honestly. But yeah, look at those. Nice. Of course, I'll get the bigger one. I kind of like how they got the knobs now. See, look how they got the buttons. Looks like the watch knobs. He's wearing a suit with it. I definitely got to get me a black suit. I need to get some more suits in general. But yeah, I kind of like the watch, guys. I think they did a good thing with the design. They didn't change it too much to the point where there was no return. And here's some of the specs off of it. But I think they really did the watch good. Let me get to my notes. They coming out with a 41 millimeter and a 45 millimeter part. The specs coming up. Let's click. Yeah, there we go. So you have that. You got stainless steel or titanium, slim down face. It uses the I'll probably pronounce this wrong, but Exynos 9110 dual core 1.5 15 gigahertz processor. So for those of you that know, that's Samsung's processor, which there's some stuff I think I put it down in a ticker, but I'll probably be going over it further down the line. Samsung's kind of trying to work with AMD and ARM to come out with a more powerful processor, because they want to penetrate the market more for those portable devices. But you have 1 gigabyte of RAM in the watch, 8 gigabytes of storage, 360 by 360 Super AMOLED display with Gorilla Glass DX. The OS is a Tizen-based wearable IS 5.5, and it's got a accelerometer, barometer on it, a gyro sensor, light sensor, optical heart rate sensor, and electrical heart sensor. Of course, the bezel rotates. The 41 millimeter watch is going to have 247 milliamp hours of battery life, while the 45 is going to have 340 milliamp hours. It does have LTE, not the 5G yet. Not for this one. Bluetooth 5.0, Wi-Fi, non-Wi-Fi 6, so Wi-Fi 5, which is going to be BGN, NFC, GPS. This is also IP68 rated, so you can go swimming with your watch if you want to. And I think, did I put 5G? Is there a 5G? I don't think it was a 5G. I think I typoed that. But yeah. So that's that thing right there. So I like the watches. The watches is very tastefully done. And then we'll go over here for these, which I'm not a fan of buds, but I think these are pretty cool for people that like buds. These things are very kind of discreet in the ears. So you see they got 3 different colors. So they got that Bronx color, they got the white, they got the black. These things has a couple of things. So they use AKG technology. So if you notice in the trend, Samsung's been really working with AKG, which is good. AKG is a pretty good company. It's got a 12 millimeter speaker into it. That also has a bass duct to add some bass. 3 microphones with the voice pickup unit. So these will be able to pick up your voice pretty clearly. Active noise cancellation. So active noise cancellation, for those of you that don't know what ANC is ANC basically emits noise to eliminate noise, if that makes sense. So you have that. And we can go over to the next slide since that video's done. Then we hit that. So those are the specs right there, guys. IPX2 water resistant. I don't think that's a lot. You also have the 60 milliamp batteries on both the earbuds, 472 milliamp hours on the charging case right there. So the charging case, for those of you who don't know, is also a battery. So this is a battery that you can charge your earbuds with, and then you know, these can charge these when you're out, and then when you're home, you just plug this guy in, and then it charges everything at the same time. Let me see, we got comments. I like the rose gold color. Yeah, that's a girl's color or a woman's color. You won't catch me in that color, honestly. But if you like it, you like it. That's why they come out with different colors. I wish more people come out with the blue, because see, my Note is blue. So, and like the Note 9 was the only year they really did a blue color as far as the US was concerned. Yeah. So how much? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the price on. How much will they be? So these will be $170. So they're a little bit more than the OnePlus. I think the OnePlus was coming in at $80, but I don't think it had wireless charging. I believe this one does have wireless charging. I didn't get that information. I'll have it for you guys next time. But yeah, you can see all the stuff right there. It's got touch control on the side. Like I said, 3 microphones that you have right there. So you got 2 on each side, and then an extra one, I think, on the front. All that good stuff right there. Cool guys. So we are on, what time are we on? So we're not doing too bad today. We're not super long, so we're almost done. We have our last, before we get to that other subject, I forgot to put this slide in and put this in my notes. So I think who was asking? Jania Wyatt was asking for the the Galaxy Z Flip, Galaxy Z Fold. So basically, last year they had the Galaxy Z Fold, which is kind of like folding to a tablet, and then had the Galaxy Z Flip. So it kind of was like a clamshell design. If you guys know, like the Razer, the new Razer is got like a clamshell design. That's with the Z. So I guess they kind of combined the two, and then this is what they came out with. So we'll roll that B-roll. I'll go ahead and blow this up. I don't have any specs for this guy. They said they're going to come out with specs on a later date. So the only thing I got was the hands right there. The hinges does have brushes in them. So one big thing about these foldable screens is that, you know, dust gets in the hinges and stuff like that. So they eliminated that by putting brushes in the actual hinge. They redesigned the hinge. I think they kind of made that the little part on the side right here a little bit bigger. You can see that little gap is a little bit bigger right there. That camera bump. Oh, that camera bump is ugly. It looks like an iPhone. But yeah, there it is in tablet mode right there. So I know I had a buddy, Eric. He was raving about getting this phone. So I'm not sure if he's watching. I'll probably tag him later. But yeah, there it is with the earbuds right there. There's that rose gold color that you guys like right there with the Note. And that's it. So, like I said, I don't have much information. I try to look for more info on it. They don't have much. But as you can see, that's an external screen right over here. So that's an external screen. And then when you open it up, it goes into tablet mode. Don't have much on this particular product. Excuse me. But I will, you know, of course, have some more news as it comes in. We'll definitely be talking about that, because I think my personal opinion is that smartphones are plateauing now. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like becoming like computers, like where they're kind of like plateauing and stuff like that. And they're, you know, there's not much more you can go with them. You know, the only other thing you can go with them is form factor, which we're starting to see, and we'll see in the last topic of the day for the Duo. It's going to be form factor and battery life, I think, from here on out. You know, maybe we'll start getting to some augmented stuff, which I think a couple of companies like LG had tried to do like some 3D stuff, some augmented stuff, but that was kind of like a gimmick, and a lot of people didn't take on to that. And who knows, maybe some of those will come back with new technology, but you know, we'll definitely see. That was basically the Samsung Unpacked event, some of the stuff that was from it. The event itself was pretty good. I like the event. The production style was great. It's good when anybody can get a great production style during this COVID times. I mean, it's just so hard to do things in COVID. So even if I'm renting on a lot of these companies, I want to know I still love you guys. Don't hate me too much, but I got to tell the truth of how I feel, especially for the audience on here. You know, Anyway, last but not least, we have the Microsoft Surface Duo that just got announced. Check this sucker out, guys. I love the way this thing looks. But guess what? I have some issues with this phone too. So let's go ahead and play this B-roll real quick. And I forgot to tell it. I could have swore I told her to get the timeout, but we'll. Let's see, play it. Oh, there you go. We have to play it. But this is the Note Duo, the Surface Duo, and you can just see, like, as far as looks, this thing looks amazing. So you got Corning Gorilla Glass on the whole phone, all around. You can see that nice. I love that Microsoft logo. It's so simple. See, you can fold it. You can put it in movie mode. Like, I just love the simplicity of the phone. Like Panos Panay in your team, like let me give that a yeah. Like that phone looks nice, and there goes those Microsoft buds, which is pretty cool. I'm not a bud guy. I don't know if I'll ever try those buds. I'm more like an over the ear guy. It's like the ones I got on my head right now. But you see, this is the biggest feature I like, is the multitasking. So I can have stuff on two screens. See, look. I can open up information on here. See that? Information on there. I can have something else on this screen. Look at that. That's a to-do list. Like, they're getting like some recipes. They're dragging it over to the to-do list. So this is what you get. Like, stuff like that is like, man. Like, dude. Microsoft again. Like, let me do, like, yes. Yes. Like, that is gorgeous. That is a gorgeous phone. I love the way they do everything with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the Surface Duo, man. That's the Surface Duo. So let's go ahead, go to the specs. And Microsoft is not going to be free from my attack today. So let's go ahead and I'll make this big real quick for you guys. So wait till that transition over. So this has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, which a lot of people are like, oh, this is old. Oops, I didn't change the. I put the wrong slide on there. Let me do the big screen. There you go. So I got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855. People was like, oh, that's an old processor, that's last year. But hey, if it's last year's flagship, it's still a flagship, guys. So it's still a great processor that's in this phone. 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes or 256 gigabytes of storage. It has dual pixel fusion screens. So if you open it up, if you combine the screens together, it combines for 8.1 inches diagonally in a 2700 by 1800 3x2 unit, 401 pixel per inch. If you're just using it like one-sided, basically, so like if you fold the phone in half and use it like a traditional smartphone, it goes into like a 5.6 inch AMOLED, 1800 by 1350 4x3 unit, 401 pixels per inch. I already mentioned that it's got Gorilla Glass all over the phone, front and back. You also have a 3577 milliamp hour battery, and this is interesting because there's a teardown that I was looking at a site. They actually had showed like some of the insides of it, and maybe I'll post that later onto the description down below. But they said that they have over 10 days of standby time on this phone. You don't see that on smartphones, you know, maybe a couple of days. So that's going to be interesting to see. 15 and a half hours of video playback, 27 hours of talk time. Fast charging is going to be 18 watts. It has a dual cellular monitor, dual gyroscope, dual I can't pronounce this, magnetometer, dual ambient light sensor, proximity sensor, hall sensor, fingerprint sensor. 11 megapixel adaptive camera, USB-C 3.1, and the cool thing is this can do DisplayPort over the USB-C, so you can connect it to a DisplayPort compatible monitor, and I think you can also do HDMI via an adapter. It's got a mono speaker, dual microphones. It supports the Surface Pen, the Surface Slim Pen, and the Surface Hub 2 Pen. This thing has Wi-Fi 5, Bluetooth 5.0, LTE 4x4 multiple in, multiple out, and GPS. It has an eSIM and a nano SIM. Let me explain those. Actually, let me go into this transaction real quick, so I can explain this stuff. So you have the eSIM, which the eSIM basically is digital SIM card. So you guys know if you register a phone or you go to the phone company and they have the little card that they put in the phone, that's for access. eSIM would do it digitally, so you don't need a card even. But you also have the nano SIM. The AT&T does not support eSIM. They only support nano SIM, just to let you guys know. So they don't have eSIM right now. And then you see other specs right here. So you have like the what's called in the box. So if you look down here, you have the Surface dual bumper, USB-C power supply, 18 watts, quick start guide, blah blah blah, ejector tool. Price is down here, $1,400 for the 128 gigabyte version and $1,500 for 256. On the pricier side, like the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, but for the dual screens and stuff like that, I can understand the price, and it's coming out September 10th. Now, what I do not like about this phone, there's a couple of things they didn't add, and some pretty things that I use every day. They didn't add NFC. So NFC, the things you can do with NFC, there's a few things you can do with NFC. So you can take your phone, you can go ahead and tap it on something, so like a NFC tag, and it'll do something, whatever it does. So like say if you parking and you tap it on the thing, it'll tell you where your parking space are. Or the most commonly used and probably the most popular feature is payment. So I have Samsung Pay. I use almost every day on my phone. Samsung Pay. I put my credit card accounts on there. You pay with your phone. I love that feature, especially with the pandemic where we don't want to be touching a lot of stuff. You can just hold your phone up to the touchpad, and if it's NFC enabled, it goes through. Microsoft didn't put NFC in this phone, and they don't call this a phone really. They just call it like a mobile computing device, which is fine. But to me, if you don't call it a phone, that's actually more reason to put the NFC in there. Another thing, they didn't put wireless charging in here. So you must plug this into the USB Type-C port. So USB Type-C port in order to charge it. This is a sexy phone, guys. Why would I want to plug it in? Like, this is a phone you want to showcase with like a nice charger. Like, Microsoft make a nice wireless charger, or somebody makes a nice wireless charger, and you put on like the wireless charger, like one of the ones that have the back where they pop up, and you can have like a nice little showcase of it. I think Microsoft is doing a huge injustice by not adding wireless charging to this phone. They are working on the second version of this, guys. So, take that, where you see it. But I highly, highly thought they should have added wireless charging to this phone. Wireless charging NFC should have been added. NFC, Microsoft does have something on the computers that's called Microsoft Pay. They should have definitely added Microsoft Pay, or they've been collaborating with Samsung on a lot of stuff. License some technology from Samsung for Samsung Pay. A lot of people's been talking about the camera. There's only a single camera, and you have to fold the phone over to take video on the outside. For this particular device, I don't have a problem with that, guys. Honestly, I don't have a problem with only having the one camera personally, because of how this form factor is. This form factor is so crazy. And after looking at the old the Note 20 Vump, that reminds me of an iPhone. Like, I'm just kind of salty about cameras right now. Then I'm probably going to get a mirrorless, hopefully this year. Now that I'm not furloughed from my job, so I'll be looking to get a mirrorless, which I can put on here for the use for the Keyse review, so you guys can see me a lot better, see my beautiful mug a lot better. But yeah, so I'm not too crazy about the camera. Some people also talked about the external screen, and I can see people's reasoning with the external screen, but honestly, I just like this clean design. I think I'll deal with it. Like, this is a great design, because the different thing that I just showed you guys about the Galaxy Fold Z, the Galaxy Z Fold. No, sorry, let me just correct that. The Galaxy Z Fold 2, that has a foldable glass in this. This guy, if you can see all these GIFs that's going on, these has two different screens on it. On my computer, I have two different screens. Like, I like to have the screens more than the foldable display, just for this reason. You can see all the multitasking that's going on in these, right? So I don't mind folding it, and it looks clean. And like actually, what Panoy has said, and I might do a little video or something like that on it maybe later. But I don't mind it when it closed. There's no screen. It looks so sexy. Like this phone really does look sexy. Excuse me. It's a Surface, guys. It's really a Surface device. So you know that. Colors. Microsoft panels. Why didn't you guys come out with the black version? Like, come out with the black version, man. Come on. You're killing me, Smalls. Like, my Surface gray, but the next Surface I'm going to get, because the new Surfaces, you can get black. Give me black. Or better yet, I'm going to do you guys a favor, Microsoft and Panos Panay. Come out with the blue for a brother. Let a brother have some blue, man. Why are you guys avoiding the blue? Embrace the blue. Please, embrace the blue. Okay? I'm sorry. Don't pay attention to me. I'm acting stupid right now. So you have that. Was there something else I wanted to say? There was another point I wanted to make with something. I can't think of it right now. So when we went over the cameras, we went over displays, wireless charging. Let me see. We got some new comments right here. Interesting looking phone. Yeah, it's a very interesting looking phone. I love the way it looks. I agree about the wireless charging. This is what makes me mad, guys. Honestly, because I'm a you know, you guys know I've been kind of looking at phones and stuff like that. And let me go ahead and just do a single screen here. I already got that loaded up, so let's go to it. I love, you know, or the top two phones I was looking at to get next is, you know, either the Surface Duo or the Note. So it's like almost going to have to choose which one that I'm going to have to go with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's going to be sacrifices on both ends, you know? So, I don't know. Like, it's just crazy because these phones didn't come with everything I kind of needed, you know? And they're a little bit more expensive than the phone I have currently. So, you know, that brings your bill up. You know, if you're doing installments, you're paying I'm paying like $40 for my Note 9. I think I should be done paying with it in a minute. But it's like you're going to raise from $40 to $60 per month paying for the phone unless you buy it outright for $1,300 to $1,500 basically. Oh yeah, I know the point I wanted to make. No SD card slot on this. Come out with the SD card slot, guys. Like, you have to come out with an SD card slot, you know. And actually, I think one buddy had made another point. Let me check my Facebook real quick. Let me see if I can check this real quick. I had a buddy hit me up on Facebook the other day regarding the Note. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find it. I've been doing so much. I've been missing putting notes in. Let me go. Is this mine? No, I want to go directly to my page, not looking at all the other stuff. So, yeah, I got 644 friends on Facebook. Man, I didn't know I had that many. Let me see. Let me find that. Poems. I write poems. I might put a couple of poems up that I'm writing, guys, on the Patreon page. So for those of you guys that got Patreon, I might put a couple of things up on there. Here we go. I found it. You guys know I do music and stuff like that too. And basically my friend had said, actually halfway considered this until I seen how much is missing. Microsoft bleep the bed with this one. Oh, I forgot I can use this for bleeps. So Microsoft the bed with this one. Let me know if you like the little sound boxes, guys. I don't want to do a lot of them, but just enough. But basically we was talking about that. I talked about the Note. He was basically saying, yeah, he said the same thing I was thinking, like Android phones has plateaued. The next step is photobles. And he said iPhone, of course, hasn't plateaued because they are still years behind. But yeah, man, like, the Surface, like, just give me a couple of more features. Also, I think another thing with the Surface, okay, here's one more thing I think with the Surface Duo. If you have the clamshell design where you're not going to have no screens on the outside, like, I completely agree with Panos Panay and his engineering team and Microsoft for doing that. Give us a watch. You know what I'm saying? Give us a watch, man. Like, it will be awesome to have the watch onto this thing, man. Like, if you guys put a watch with the Surface Duo, like, oh my God, that would be so amazing, dude. So, again, it's like, man, Marquise's phone choices just got harder. I think I'm gonna look again at the 108, and then there was a Sony one I was interested in. So I'll probably make my final decisions, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably make those decisions eventually. But yeah, man, that was the surface, man. That's the last of the topics. So how you guys doing? You guys got any comments or anything like that? We'll open this up a little bit for some comments before we close. Any comments here? I'll go ahead and start a little bit of music. Just a little bit. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. For those of you that's just now joining us today and you like the show, of course, we love to have you. We're thankful to have you onto the show. If you can, you know, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right there. And basically, you know, it will let you know if you hit with the subscribe and the bell notifications. It will let you know when I upload a video or go live. If you guys like to support the channel, you can go over to my Patreon page. Is down in the information down below. Or if you have smartphones, actually, let me mute the music real quick. And let me see if I can go to my phone app, because I know I had some questions about the phone. So let me see if I can do that real quick right now. Let me actually get out of the screen. I know I had a few people asking me about the phone stuff. So I'll show you how to navigate on the phone. Since I got a few questions about these, let's go over to my YouTubes and let me turn on mirroring on my phone. And this is why I like the Microsoft ecosystem right here, guys. So here we go. So you can see it live. So here's a Keyse review, right? See it live. Oh, let me turn this down so it's not echoing. So actually, which way looks better? Let me blow this up big screen actually for you guys real quick. So for I know some people was asking, so you have the chat right here, and let me see. Oops, go back. So this is live chat. So if you guys want to see like some of the information, so you see over here you have the X right here at the window right there. Hit that. See that? And you got live chat, so you hit that to go to the live chat. So for anybody that was confused, that's how you go over to the live chat from there, if you're not already in the live chat. Here's the likes right here, so you can hit the likes, right? So of course I'm gonna give my own self a like. And then you can go to the comments. That's where the comments are. The information, you hit this little arrow right there. So you see the little arrow I'm hitting right there? So you see the arrow? So that's where all the stuff is. That's where my links is right there. So if for some reason the links doesn't go on the phone, I'm not sure, because I know it goes on the desktop, so I'll check that out later for you guys. But that's how you navigate all the phone stuff right there. Cool. And that's that. That is the stuff for the phone for the Keyse review. And iPhones should be pretty much the same. The apps are almost close to being the same. So that's that stuff right there. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Any more comments, you know, go ahead, play some comments for me. Check out my boy David McClain and his daughter Geneva. Check them out on A Day with Crime. We've been, you know, trying to help each other out, help out black creators, guys. We try to do a lot for the community. So, you know, if you guys feel like we're doing good stuff, you know, support us a lot, man. And, you know, we're going to try to give you guys content. Now Geneva, I think, also opened up like a planner thing. So check her site out. I'll try to post it down here for you guys. So check them out. Hopefully I have David back on here. I know there's some Xbox events that's being planned, so I'll probably have him back on there. I know there's a PlayStation event. I'm gonna try to get a few people on the PlayStation event. So, and I'm still experimenting with technologies, because I know the last time we did Skype, it was kind of acting up. So I'm testing out a couple of things here and there. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys joining my stream. So again, you know, hit the like and subscribe, bell notifications. You want to support me? You want to become a the Keyse Review techie? Check the Patreon site out. I have the tip jar, which is like $3 you can just throw in there. That doesn't really give you no benefits, just kind of supporting me. I do have a $5 subscription, which will which will basically give you what I'm trying to say. It's $5 subscription, which will give you the entry point to extra content and everything like that. And then I have the $10 subscription, which will give you extra stuff. So, if you want to do stuff like ask a question, you can email me questions. I'll probably be doing that soon. I'm also going to do the after, so I'm going to plan that maybe next week. Don't quote me on that. I'm still trying to check my dates and times and stuff like that with everything. So I might be doing it after show, and that's going to be Patreon only, guys. So note that. I'm going to work on a random thoughts video that's going to get exclusively to Patreon's time exclusive. So I'm going to try to release that tonight, tomorrow morning, and that will be exclusive for Patreon members for a week. As you can see right here, coming up on the screen. Let me move my hand. There you go. So right there. So you see the text is coming up. So those are the people that's supporting me right now. So thank you for supporting me. You get your own little special space on my credits. Anybody else that supports me, I will put you in the credits right there. So, if you support me, I appreciate it. I would like to thank those 3 people that supported me so far. I really, really appreciate the extra support. And, it goes for creating more content and things like that. And I got a lot of stuff planned in the future. I'm already planning stuff for next year for some of the graphics and stuff like that. But that techie stuff, the subscriptions helps towards all that. You know what I'm saying? So again, thank you guys. Thanks for joining me. I really, really do appreciate it. Great show. Sorry I had to miss last week, but hopefully everybody understand I got busy with some great news, which is going to help everything out for me personally. So anyway, I'll play some music a little bit longer. You guys enjoy your day. Please stay cool, guys. Stay safe with this COVID going around. Love and respect your neighbors, okay? Do something great in the world. I'll see you back here 1 o'clock next week. My name is Marquise. This is the Keyse Review. Peace. 1.
Coming in out of the rain. Once I get past the pain,
yeah. Tommy G. My friends and family said that this could never be, 'cause we're so different, you'll end up leaving me, yeah. But baby, don't you know that living in the past, a love like ours, we know it's gonna last. Smooth as chocolate, you're warm as the sun, yeah. I got something for you, baby. It will make you run, yeah. Into my arms, feeling so strong. Make love all night long.
Yo voy a hacerte el amor en la cama, porque tú sabes que tú eres mi dama. Ey, Tennessee es que te junta, tú sabes que tú eres mi princesa.
Yeah. It don't matter if you want it on the low, low. Celebrating 'cause we doing it our way, way. You better tell me how you doing that, no, no. It's still the warm up.